There are just a few things in popular culture that I love more than anything else, and this one is number one on that list. While I'm a huge fan of the MCU, there is one character in the MCU, or Marvel Comics in general, that I have always been obsessed with, and it's Spider-Man. So I couldn't be more excited to watch this trailer because it is the first one that takes place after Endgame, and I'm losing my mind to find out what happens.
The Spider-Man Far From Home trailer is about to play, but if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame yet, stop watching because there's some serious spoilers about to come up. But if you have seen Avengers Endgame, enjoy the trailer.
That's hilarious coming from him. It's very
Everywhere
ironic.
I go, I see his face.
Oh, dude.
I just really miss him.
Yeah, I miss him too. I don't think Tony would have done what he did if he didn't know that you were going to be here after he was gone.
You gonna be the next Iron Man now?
Well, no, I don't have time. I'm too busy doing your jobs. What? I'm kidding. Look, keep up the good work because I am going on vacation.
Heads up, Nick Fury's calling you.
I don't really want to talk to Nick
Answer
Fury.
the phone.
Why?
Because if you don't talk to him, then I have to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him. You sent Nick Fury to voicemail?
I gotta go.
You do not ghost Nick Fury.
I like that they have the
What's up? We're just talking about this
Infinity War /
I'm here in
Endgame
St.
suit.
Marco Polo's. Oh,
I think MJ really likes me.
That reminds me when I first fell in love.
Wait, what?
You're a very difficult person to contact, Spider-Man. This is Mr. Beck.
We could have used someone like you on my world.
Your world?
Beck is from Earth, just not ours. The snap to our hole in our dimension.
What? You're saying there's a multiverse?
We have a job to do, and you're coming with us.
There's gotta be someone else you can use. What about Thor?
Off-world.
Captain Marvel? Unavailable. But I'm just a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Bitch, please, you've been to space.
What do you want, Peter?
I want to go back on my trip with the girl who I really like and tell her how I feel. MJ, I
am Spider-Man.
No, of course I'm not.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
You're right, you may not be ready, but this is my responsibility. Saving the world requires sacrifice. Sometimes people die.
Oh my God. I just always feel like I'm putting my friends in danger. The world needs the next Iron Man.
You going to step up or not?
I gotta get you guys out of here. Get on the jet. Who are you? I work with Spider-Man.
You work for Spider-Man?
I work with Spider-Man, not for Spider-Man.
Oh!
New plan.
Okay, so there was a lot here. They really focused in on the fact that Spider-Man is basically the new Iron Man, or that he needs to be. I now kind of understand why Kevin Feige made this still part of Phase 3, or the end of Phase 3, because it really does linger on, and it is very much a part of Endgame, in a sense. I don't understand, like... So in Spider-Man Homecoming, they completely changed like who Vulture was. I didn't really understand why they went the route they did, but I didn't care because I was just happy to see Spider-Man into the MCU. This time around, we're getting that same thing with Mysterio. Mysterio is not from another world. He's a special effects artist who realizes that he can use his skills to manipulate and trick people and steal things. Maybe he's still doing that in this. I mean, it's totally a mystery, but I have a feeling that because the Sony-Marvel agreement is still kind of hairy, and Sony's going to keep working with Marvel, I think that Marvel has to take some creative liberties with the original Spider-Man characters in order to use them at all. So that might be why they have him coming from another universe. It's weird. It's super weird. I don't love it, And I'm starting to understand why Jabby Koei from Jabby Koei channel has once made this argument with Captain Marvel, how they changed the Skrulls to be good guys in Captain Marvel, whereas here they're doing the same thing with Mysterio. I don't love it. I'm happy to see Mysterio, and I'm curious to see where this is going. I hope that Mysterio ultimately is the main bad guy. I would assume he is. But then again, we do have sort of our alternative elementals going on here. I gotta give it to Marvel in general. They never let you down, and they always tell a good story, and they always take elements of the comics and make their own version of them. But lately, they've really been going on their own, as they should, because it's what Marvel is. The comics are the same company as the studios. It's just that now the studios trump the comics in terms of storytelling. So, I mean, Tony Stark was made basically by Robert Downey Jr. The comic book character was way more serious and way more like, gotta do this, and he had his own mental issues. The same way that Chris Evans made Captain America. He made him likable. In my opinion, I never cared for Captain America. And definitely the same's true for the later years of Thor. This is interesting. I'm excited. The trailer looks amazing because in this case, they're setting up a new team of Avengers, or a new hero, main hero that kind of leads the overall superheroes of the MCU. And a lot of people thought that Spider-Man couldn't be the hero, and I've sort of always thought he should be. It makes the most sense, not just for popularity reasons, but because of his connection with Tony Stark, and the fact that he is still a super genius. I don't love what they're doing with Mysterio. I don't. Mysterio's so cool because he is just a regular guy who happens to be good with special effects, and maybe that's still what we're getting here. But at least in this trailer, it's giving me the impression that he is from another dimension with superpowers. Don't love that. But then again, I am only offended because I am such a huge Spider-Man fan. But that being said, I think the trailer still looks great. They're not going to disappoint. I'm going to enjoy this movie. You better believe it. I'll see it at least 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. It's going to be great. I'm just annoyed because I'm such a huge Marvel fan and I want things to be a certain way. But ignore me because it'll be good. But again, I am very passionate about Spider-Man. I love where this is going. It's weird we didn't see Aunt May. I like that we're getting 3 suits in this trailer. The stealth suit, which is, to me, it's basically the Spider-Man noir suit, except modified for the MCU. I think this is the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think that Spider-Man is ultimately going to be the one that leads us all. I think we're going to meet new Avengers along the way, including a lot of them who were introduced in Endgame as they grow older. And I think that we're going to take a little bit of time during this saga, whatever this new saga is going to be, and not have Avengers right away until we get to the 3rd saga, because the first one was the Infinity Saga. We don't know what this saga is called. And then I think when we get to the 3rd saga, that's where these kids are going to be fully grown up, and it'll be time for the new Avengers. And this is my fan theory. What's yours?
What's up, fellow fans? If you like what you see here, make sure you like, subscribe, and click that bell to be notified of future episodes.
Join the fandom at patreon.com/fantheorytv for exclusive and early access to full-length reactions, unaired and unblocked episodes, and so much more.
You're curious, admit it.
And that ain't no theory.